I'll show you after. My room is right there, and then all the girls live in the main house.
All the girls?
Yeah, I live
Who are
with
the
3 girls
girls?
from college.
Oh my God.
I know. And they're all
That's
like sitting in their room like this right now that you're here.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. You live with girls. And why do you live in
I know.
You're not from LA.
I know. Well, I was born in LA, and then I was raised in New York.
Okay.
So I was raised in Washington Heights in New York.
Yes.
And then I moved to Los Angeles for college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just like the yummy way of life.
I just love LA, but I'm like, why don't I live in Los Feliz? Because as we met the other
other
night, I was like, I feel like everyone's in Los Feliz these days. And I actually used to live in Los Feliz when I was a little kid.
It was very cute over there. I do like it.
No,
it's nice over here too.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How am I doing? It's so cozy today.
I know it's
Saturday. It's
like
kind of fun to do this on a Saturday.
I know.
Like
and I literally called everyone up and I said, this is a 911. Lorde is coming in on Saturday. I'm sick about it and cancel your plans.
You're way too cute.
I love you. I really do. And
too cute.
I'm so excited for your new album.
Thank you.
How long did you make it for? Like, how long did it take?
I started making it at just this fabulous Taylor Cosmo.
Oh, yes.
So cool.
And we have the Taylor there.
So cool.
And all the fake diplomas.
Post university. Sorry, I got distracted.
No, please. I can tell you about anything you want to know about.
Absolutely love. We started making it. I sort of tried to start making it sort of mid 23.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sort of went crazy instead and went to London and just sort of had a mental breakdown, got single and just sort of, I don't know, it all happened. And then properly at the end of 2023, we started making it. So we wrote What Was That? And I was like, okay, I think this is sick. And then all 24 we made it basically.
And was it were you having were you just struggling before to get what you wanted to say out, and then you had to have that moment where it's you broke up and you went to London in order to start regurgitating everything out?
I think I really wanted, there was something I really wanted from even before it started clicking. I met Jimmy, who I made the album with at the start of 2022, and I was like, there's a kind of music that I think I should be making, that I think we could make together.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically described to him what the album is, but it took me a long time to be able to. It sort of took some bravery actually. This album, just to be
right.
really go there, and it just takes some time. I always think you kind of have to write your way out of the album before.
Oh, interesting.
I just spend all this time dancing around what I'm going to say and not saying it. So, and then all of a sudden you hear a sound and you're like, oh, that's how it should sound. And then that builds it out. So I don't know. I'm just I really went into it with no plan. I was I have to be keep very open and fuck around and see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
And then is that kind of where the name Virgin comes from? Because it's kind of all that anticipation in order to get to that first time, and then you do it, and then it's everything starts flowing after that.
Ooh, I like that interpretation.
Okay, cool. So that's not right.
But I like it. It's cute. No, the name Virgin, I just felt it was so. There was something so cool about it to me. I think, I mean, it speaks to a sort of purity. But the album was quite sexual, so it wasn't sexual purity. It was just sort of this feeling of newness and purity and sort of something coming right down to something essential. And even there's virgin steel or virgin hair, these things that are sort of denote purity. But I also I'm kind of always trying to stay connected to my teen self. I feel there's some real magic in the teen version of you, and I don't know, I was really trying to kind of get back to this place where you're kind of quite awkward and it all sort of spills out in a way that maybe you didn't want it to, or you reveal something of yourself and that feels really vulnerable, and it sort of all felt virginity to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm like freaking out.
So cute.
I'm like really like I'm
You're
just
really
like
cute.
I was like, how do I play this chill? Like I really can't. Like I literally remember like when Pure Heroin came out, and I like when you just remember like certain moments of like listening to a song or an album and like exactly what you were doing. Like, I remember like tying my shoes like in my foyer of like my apartment and like listening to like Team for the first time, and like I remember getting into a fight with my best friend at the time and listening to 400 Lux, and then I remember Melodrama coming out, and then and I just like I'm just so crazy that you're here. I'm sorry. I'm just like freaking out.
Wait, how old are you? Are we the same age?
We're close. I'm 25.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But do you ever like go back?
God, you're so accomplished for 25. That's insane.
Stop.
When did you start? How long have you been doing this podcast?
A year and a half.
A year?
Yeah,
That's insane.
I know. A year and a half.
Oh my God, wait, when were you born? Like the 2000s? 99?
99.
Jesus.
So I like to say I'm like a 90s kid, but I'm not.
Right.
You know?
99's cool. I like that.
Right? It's like right before 2000, but
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio, and you're a Scorpio as
You're
well,
Scorpio. Yeah,
right?
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh,
I think.
I mean, I remember like. Did you? It's so funny that you wrote What Was That, and then it ended up becoming the first single. Did you know when you wrote that you were like, this is 100% on the album, and this is gonna be the first single?
I did not know it was going to be the first single. I knew it was going to be on the album. And I kind of went back and forth on like whether or not to start there because, yeah, it is quite like classic me.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out of Soul Power, I was like, I think it's cool to like be like, it's me.
Right.
You know, and then kind of like go somewhere.
Oh, so the album doesn't sound a lot like What Was That?
I'm trying to think. No, I mean, the album's just like freaky. It's just cool and freaky and its own thing. And like, What Was That just felt like a really cool like start to everything, you know?
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
And it said that when you did What Was That, where you were like, you kind of just like, you didn't write anything before. You kind of just like went in and did it.
No, yeah. So we have mics like this, almost exactly like this, and I
Oh.
just like was just standing up and kind of walking back and forth.
Yeah.
Wait, did you hear that? No, you haven't heard the album. Okay.
I haven't heard a single thing.
Oh my God.
I haven't heard a single
I'll play
thing.
you something after this.
Be sick. Okay, I need to calm down. I need to calm down.
You're
Do you have a
perfect.
favorite song on the album?
No, I have like 8 favorites. Like I
Okay.
just love it so much. I've never loved anything I've made so much.
Really?
It's so sick.
How is putting out this album different than when you put out Solar Power, when you put out Melodrama or Pure Heroin or The Love Club?
So cute, by the way. I love that you have the discography.
I know.
I have Love Club being in there. It's so sick. How's it different? I mean, I don't know. This really feels like it's just. I mean, I sort of hate when I say that, but it is just like who I am. Like this
Right.
is just me at this exact age and stage. It feels like a, section of my like favorites in my camera roll or something. Like just
Mhm.
like these are the iconic moments from age 26 to age 28. And it's so, I do feel very, there's sort of like no song that I'm like,
Right.
this is just like easy and straightforward to put out. Like they all, I don't know. I think because so much of this album came from this place of wanting to write a song that like, I was like, I don't have that in my phone and I've been going through this thing.
Mhm.
And it's insane that I don't have this because I talk to all my girlfriends and they're all going through this thing, So I don't know. Yeah, it just is quite, it gets in there. And it's quite like, it's all very like to do with the body. It's very physical. It's very vulnerable in that way. And I honestly found like a lot of these songs quite hard to write. Some of them took me a long time. I really like dragged my feet, like not finishing lyrics or whatever because it was just like uncomfortable for me.
Right.
But I think that's like where the magic happens. I like now believe that like if you're not feeling that discomfort, as anyone who makes something, you're like not making anything good. Like you have to be kind of,
Right.
for it to like get into other people and really like, you know,
Yeah.
that's what you're trying to do.
Do you remember like a song on the album that was like specifically like really difficult to write, and you were like, oh, but then like when you did it, it was like like you felt this release maybe?
Totally, yeah. There's a song called "Broken Glass" that I finished writing like 2 weeks before we handed in the album, and we'd been working on it for like a year, and I just couldn't. It was just so like stuck in me, and I was just like, let it out, like, stop it, bitch, like you don't, because there is this thing when you write a song, you kind of let go of it, like releases the kind of like big like bit of tension that you'd been holding around that subject, like, and I really find this about pop music generally, it like, because it's so like, it's such a release, like pop music at its best, it's so cathartic, like that works on my body as well, like I'm like, I'm set free from that thing that I was struggling with, you know. And the song Broken Glass is totally like that. But I literally I just like walked out of the studio. I was like, I'm just going home, and I walked back to my house and like ate something. Like I just had to get out of the fucking studio.
Right.
And I feel like this album was kind of like that a lot, but
it's like
we made it.
Like it's like kind of like, so you're so like the album's like so in your head, kind of.
It was just so like in my head, in my body, like, and there were things that I was just like, don't expose yourself like this, like don't. Like I had this actually recently with you know, I did this like interview with Rolling Stone, and it was sort of the first time I had like talked about anything at length for years, you know, because I just like go the fuck away and come back. And you know, we were talking about like, because I had dealt with some like food and body shit kind of for like, I don't know how long it was, like it wasn't a super long period, but it was totally like disordered, you know. And just talking to the journalist about it, and she said something about like your recovery, and I was like, oh my God, I'm someone who like has gone through recovery. Like it's even that, I was like, fuck, like this shit is real, and it's so vulnerable to be talking about it, and I'm just so the kind of person who, in my personal life, I'm cool to be really open about it, but it's a different thing when you're doing it like on the scale. But I just really came to this realization. I was like, this is what you're here to do. Like you're supposed to be, people respond to your vulnerability in this crazy way, and it like allows people to like get into these parts of themselves. And like I'm just such a fan of music myself, and I know what it does for me when someone else goes somewhere. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go there, you know. And I was like, you just actually don't have a choice. You have to be brave, and you have to get into these spots, and it will like hopefully give other people an opportunity to kind of be brave and hit the stuff within themselves, you know.
Do you feel like, because you've been writing and performing for so long, and your music's always so vulnerable, do you feel like as you continue to create and you continue along your career and you continue like occupying public space, it becomes harder as like to be vulnerable as you like continue to like kind of see yourself as yourself?
Well, this was the thing, like, and I'm so interested to hear from you about this, like, because I feel like as someone who like people are aware of and kind of look at, your public perception over time can kind of like calcify and like almost like rust, like it becomes quite like rigid, and like it's like this coat that you've been like wearing for a long time, and it gets like, you really have to be careful not to let this kind of armor like rust onto you, you know. I think just as a human being, like it doesn't feel good.
Right.
And I think it can be so like, okay, I had like crippling stage fright from when I was literally like 5 years old, but I remember being 16 and like having a panic attack on stage, you know, or like even on Melodrama, I remember like, basically like, just dealing with truly, truly bad, like very physical anxiety. And that was kind of because I had just been like, you got to get out there, you got to perform, and you got to get it right, you know. I'd put this like crazy pressure on myself and something very rigid was happening and it was just wrong. Whereas like once I was like, you can deal with this in a human way and you can actually say to people on stage like, whoa, I'm kind of feeling crazy tonight, but let's like be in that together maybe.
Right,
Like, you've
right,
got my back, right?
right.
And they're like, yeah, we've got you. And then something cool happens and then it's moving and then you're not locked up, you know. So yeah, I really, I think that it's getting easier like the older I get, because I'm also like, I don't know, I'm just at the age where I'm like, what's going to happen? What's the worst that could happen? Like, I'm going to be too alive. I'm going to show too much vulnerability. Like, I believe that people know that I am trying my best.
Yeah.
And that I'm like, yeah, not like actively like trying to be an asshole, you know, and if I fuck it up, I fuck it up. And I don't know, I just like always respond better to people's vulnerability than like to the like rigid, you know.
Well, it's almost like when like the armor rusts, you're like scared to take it off because you don't know if you're going to be able to get it back on.
Totally,
You
all
know?
of this. Like, but do you feel this? Like, do you feel yourself like as you get more kind of profile being like, I have to like lock it down and like have it together, or are you kind of like cool to let it all hang?
Well, I used to kind of like let it all hang.
Uh-huh.
And look, like I am like very, 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 this is like on a much smaller scale, but like I get very
So-
scared of things disappearing and going away.
Mm-hmm.
And I get scared of fucking it up and like saying something stupid where I used to. And it's funny because I feel like maybe that's why people initially like, like your vulnerability, that's like why people resonate with you, you know? And then it's like you get scared of the reason people resonated with you in the first place, because you get scared it will be like taken away from you almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And I think I have to like maybe get to that point where you're at, where you're like, well, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Because right now, like, I think like, well, I don't want to know the worst that could happen. You know what I mean? Like,
no, sure, I feel you.
you know?
Good to be safe too.
Yeah. But like, is it? I feel, do you feel like solar power was kind of like you coming out of that armor a little bit into like nature and like feeling everything, and then Virgin is like you like diving back into the water?
This is such a good question. I feel like, what do I feel like? I feel like at the end of Melodrama, I really had this kind of, not meltdown, but I remember feeling all of a sudden like, whoa, hang on, this thing that was my hobby that I did like after school is now like my employment, and I employ all these other people. It's gotten too big. Like, I'm a kid. I just felt this thing of like, like I felt scared. I didn't know I was getting that little bit older, like the new kind of like crop were coming in, and I was like, oh my God, like I don't know if I want to do this at this level. I felt like really overwhelmed, and I just like went home to New Zealand and I got a dog and sort of, I don't know, had this moment of sort of being like, I don't know if I want to do all of that. Like, I'm just going to be this kind of girl who's like sort of off the map and like really mysterious and sort of like even more distant. And Solar Power came from a place of like feeling very joyful and, you know, chill, and like it was also so crazy touring Melodrama. Like, I found it very, for that whole time, very intense to be sort of like in this like very just like hardcore music every night. I don't know. I for some reason found it very intense, and I just wanted like something that felt like very light and easy after that. But it was cool. Like, I like love Solar Power so much, and I truly needed to make it. Like, I wouldn't be here with another album if I hadn't made Solar Power. But I think it showed me that like you sort of don't you sort of just have no choice but to like be who you're supposed to be. Like me sort of like disappearing and being all like wafty and like on the beach. Like, I was just like, actually, I don't think this is me. I think like I just am this person who's meant to like make these like bangers that like fuck us all up and like that just like rip across a like festival ground. Like, I was like, that's I'm supposed to like do that to our bodies. Like,
Right.
I don't think I'm supposed to like vibe out. Like, and it was kind of sad for me because I love to vibe out, and I am like, that is like me to my core. Like, I'm in an alternate universe where I just like lived in New Zealand and, you know, like worked at like an organic farm or something. Like that would be my vibe, but it's like not the life for me, I think, right now.
But I think what's so beautiful about your music is like all of your work is your vibe at the time. You know what I mean?
Beautiful, Jake.
Well, it's true. Like, it's true. Solar power is like
seeing that.
it's very true. Like solar power, you know, I find myself when I listen to music at the age where you wrote the music, like I relate to it so much heavier. Like when I listen to melodrama as like 21, 22, 19, 8, like, you know, when I listened to it, I was like like I feel this, you know, like I feel this. And then when I listen to solar power today, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to fucking go out. Like I want to get high and go to the nail salon. I don't smoke anymore, but I used to do that all the time and listen to Stoned at the nail salon. And yeah, and I think that's what's really beautiful. I think that's honestly what makes your music timeless. Like in my eyes, is that it really is like this kind of universal diary. And you spoke about feeling these things and not having it, being able to hear it in your ear because no one else spoke about it. But I think you speak about it, and you have.
Love you.
Love you.
So sweet.
Love you.
I'm so beautiful to hear that. Thank you.
It's true.
Because it is a funny thing. Like when you start putting stuff out from a young age, like you're gonna grow and change.
You were young too.
I was like so young, and you know, I think it's okay if I think like whether you make stuff or not, like if it just doesn't all move in a straight line, like it's cool. The zig and the zag is actually a really awesome part of it all, and I have like no regrets ever, like for any zig, any zag, even the ones that are like uncomfortable in the moment or don't feel as representative or whatever, you know, you gotta love it all. Like,
yeah,
it gets you there, you know.
I would text my friend Julia, I'd say sorry, and then she'd say why, and then I'd send like all the lyrics to Supercut.
That's
and then she'd be like, cool, like
you're so sweet.
Sorry.
So beautiful. I honestly like this is very moving for me because I actually like really struggle with like feeling like anything I've done it does anything for anyone. Like I truly like it's very hard for me to
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not joking. Like some days it like really hits. Like I'm just like, wow, like it's so moving for me. There's some fucking slammers on the album.
Please tell me one.
I mean, there's some crazy ones. This album's more like, I'm trying to think of one that you would think was cool.
I will think all of them are cool. I think.
There's a song that I love so much called Clear Blue that is about unprotected sex. And just this experience of like taking a pregnancy test and like this like flood of emotions that goes through your body, like whatever you want it to say. It's like such a like moment, and that whole song like is just so like destroys me. Like I can't even really listen to it. So
how did you come up with like the cover of it? Like what is the cover? Because I've been trying to like figure out like, is that like an iPad in the chest?
No, okay, so the cover is my pelvis and then my IUD. And the cover, yeah, I just had this.
Did I just think IUD was an iPad?
I mean, you know, it is a very, it's an abstract image.
Okay, cool.
But they are weird. Like I wouldn't expect, I didn't know what they looked like until I had one.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought it was an iPad.
No.
And I thought it was like this like saying of like technology, and like I thought it was this whole thing.
Sort of like maybe 6 months in that I wanted to take a lot of x-rays and like ultrasounds and MRIs. It felt like a really interesting kind of like techie but like mystical type of image capture. Like, and seeing like right into you and right through you. But also like so much information is lost. Like, it's quite mysterious. But it was funny, like, making the album, before I even sort of figured this out, I was like using the X-ray emoji a lot. And text to friends. Like, it just sort of felt like where I was at. Like, I was just trying to like see right into myself. And I would like, I don't know, a friend would send me a text and I'd be like, wow, like X-ray emoji.
Yeah.
And I started like using it online a lot. And it was so funny when the album cover came out, the like kids and my like Reddit were like, some of them were kind of like, you know, oh, this was such a, like, she was just teasing this for such a long time. Like, why did she tease it? And I'm like, you don't understand. I had no idea that was going to be the cover.
Right.
Like that, using that emoji sent me to the cover. Like, this
Right.
whole album was just so, I would see something written down somewhere and I would write it down and then that would make it into a song, or, you know, I don't know. It was just this very open process of like creation that like partly sometimes would be like, oh, I'm texting this thing to my friend a lot. I think that's part of the album, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Were there any like alt covers that you were gonna go with, and how did you did you have any like alt, or did you just like take this one and you were like, this is it?
We took a whole lot of x-rays. No, I just sort of like took all these x-rays and was like, I think it's going to be something like that.
And then did you like have any other like title names for the album besides Virgin, or was it just like, this is it?
Okay, so we actually did. But I can't tell you because I might use it. We'll see.
I totally.
I might use it for something else. But no, the album had a full other name for like most of the time.
Oh, no way.
And I was like, I think it needs a name that is more reflective of what it is. And it changed. But that's never happened to me before.
Oh, like when you came up with like Pure Heroine, Melodrama, so like did those names come to you like immediately and it was like, this is it?
Soul of Hour I had before I started the album. Melodrama I had, kind of like halfway through. Pure Heroine I didn't have till the end. But yeah, I'd never had like a full other name.
Yeah.
Quite stressful when I was like, I don't think that's it. I was like, fuck. I was like, it'll come. So I'm chill.
Yeah. Did you how many songs did you record for the album?
Good question. I feel like I basically only ever record like give or take one or two, like the amount that's on the album, and then everything else is like sort of half finished. Like I only, it's a weird thing about me. I only really, everything I write, everything I finish, if I finish the song, it's like meant to be released. And if I don't finish it, it's not. There's like one loosey hanging around.
Right.
Which maybe will see the light of day. We'll see.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I know it takes me so long to squeeze out these little nuggets.
Right.
Like, it takes me years. It's like not even that long.
Did you do the whole album with Jimmy, right?
I did the whole album with Jimmy, yeah.
And I can't believe I just called him by the first name
I know,
basis,
I love
but
it.
whatever. Because I like kind of, it's Jimmy Stack, right?
Jimmy Stack.
Yeah, like so in my head I was like, what if that's not his last name? So I just went by Jimmy.
It's great, I love it.
But how did you guys meet? How did you come together?
We met because I sort of like saw his name in the credits of a few. I'm a real like genius lurker, and I would like see people in the credits of things, and he just like worked on a couple of things I thought were really cool. And yeah, at the start of 2022, I just met with him and was like, I think that like we're supposed to make like generational bangers together. So intense.
Yeah.
He was like, right. I was like, I think some of us just have that in us and we have a duty to do it. I was like, it's our obligation. He was like, cool, okay, let's try something.
What did he think of the... sorry, did I just interrupt you?
No, not at all.
Freak the fuck out.
No, perfect.
What did he think of the Washington? How did you come up with like the Washington Park Square Park idea? Was he there for that?
Oh my God. No, he wasn't there for that, which is sad for him. But he, how did we come up with it? Well, so I'm in the park every day. I think it's like an amazing thing about living in New York City that there are these spaces that are sort of private but shared. You know, you'll see people like sitting in the park kind of like having their own moment next to a whole lot of other people. And I think that's like why you live in a city like New York. And yeah, I'm just like I'm in that park literally every day, whether I'm reading, whether I'm taking a call or listening to like voice notes or texting people back or just like sitting looking at the fountain. I love watching the skaters when the fountain's off. And it's just like this like cool built-in stage, you know, and like right where the fountain is. And there's always people performing in the park. And I was like, you know, this is all it is. Like I'm so privileged to have the kind of like level of interest that I have. But at the end of the day, the bravery of anyone standing in a park and performing, like it's exactly that. That's what's happening when I put something out, you know. So I wanted it to feel that vulnerable and that like, I don't know, yeah, just kind of like I felt vulnerable standing in the fucking park.
Of course, yeah.
Being like, here's my song. Like,
Right.
It's actually quite a crazy feeling, you know.
I was literally walking there and then it got shut down for a second. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just go to dinner. And then I checked my phone and I was like, cool. So she went back.
Where did you go for dinner?
I went to, where did I go to dinner? I went to this Sartiano's.
Oh.
It was like this Italian place.
Oh,
What's your
fabulous.
favorite restaurant in the city?
My favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, I was scared to say it because I love it so much. I don't want anyone
Okay,
to go
we
there.
we can bleep it out.
Okay. It's a Japanese restaurant.
Okay, so I've never heard of it, so we're gonna bleep that out
fabulous.
to save it for you.
Save my
Yeah.
restaurant. It's my obsession.
Do you love
it's very boring.
Japanese food? We can bleep
I love
that
Japanese.
too.
I'm like, I'm vulnerable. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, bleep my restaurant. Yeah, I love Japanese food. I'm trying to think of other restaurants that I like in the city. I don't know. It's quite hectic.
It is very
going
hectic.
out and like dinner. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Shit, you know, I'm never making a res. Like I don't quite.
Right.
I'm always behind.
Right.
Yeah.
How long have you lived in the city for?
I moved in 2021. I got my place. I bought it off a FaceTime. I had a FaceTime tour.
Yeah.
And I was like, seems awesome.
Yeah.
Quite a like bold way to purchase property. But
Right.
I love it so much. I love living in the city. It was so good for me. Because I'm such a little like internal being. Like I can really tuck away and yeah, I think just it forces me to get out there. And I also think I find it like super cool sentence. I find New York City super inspiring.
Yeah.
But just like in the way of like seeing what everyone's wearing, you know, you see the fashion change like in like a day.
Right.
All of a sudden you're like, oh, people are wearing it slightly differently, you know?
Right.
Or like, I don't know. Yeah, I find it very inspo. It's just a cool city. And I think it's cool in your 20s to like, I don't know, let it all hang
Right.
in New York. I don't know if I'll be there forever, but I really love it. Do you think you'll go back? Do you miss it?
Yeah,
Brentwood
I was just
life.
there. I love it, but growing up there for me is so different than my experience with it now. I don't know if you feel the same way with New Zealand, but like I hated it growing up. I hated it because I hated my like how I was. Like I was so uncomfortable in my own skin. I like didn't go out. Like I wanted to go out. It wasn't that I didn't want to go out. It was just like to grow up in New York. It's like I looked like a baby, so my fake ID didn't work, and then like
You look like a baby. No.
I did. So like these places would be like I'd go with all my girlfriends, and they'd be like, "Yeah, you need to go home." And I was like, "I hate this city. I hate this city." And then now when I go back, I have the best time, and like I go on dates, and I see people. I actually find like dating and romance to be like much more alive in New York than it is in Los Angeles.
Right.
So for that reason, I will say like, yeah, I would like to settle down in New York, but like my whole life is here. My family is here. My best friends are here.
Right.
Everyone I work with is here, and it would just be so hard for me to leave.
Right.
And I also feel like I'm that type of person. I don't know if you also feel this way, but it's like I hate wherever I'm at in the moment, and I romanticize everywhere else. Like, you know what I mean?
Got it.
So when I'm in
That's
New
really
York, I'm like,
funny.
I miss LA, and then when I'm in LA, I'm like, I miss New York.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll always be there, you know. You can
Yeah.
pop back.
Okay, I have a question.
Talk to
And
me.
it's been eating me alive for years. Is melodrama a concept album in the sense that it takes place over one house party.
Wow, I love. I mean, good question. Kind of.
Okay.
I definitely was throwing a lot of parties at my house, and I liked the natural arc of a party and how it can feel like a sort of opera or play or something.
Yeah.
There's the peak, and then it all falls apart, and then there's hope at the end. I don't know. I definitely there's some of that arc to it, but I don't know. Yeah, I also just I think I was quite drama at that age, and was just I wanted I liked the idea of a concept.
Yeah.
Concept album. It just seemed cool to me.
When I told my best friend, I was like, so melodrama takes place over one house party, she dropped her phone. She said, okay. What do you I remember, oh God, it's so crazy that you say that sometimes you feel like you don't have an impact, because your music is some of the most music I remember exactly where I was. It was during COVID, and my best friend had never heard Perfect Places, and she was in the bathroom, and I was sitting on the couch, and I put it on, and she swung the door open, and she said, "What the fuck is this?" And I said, "It's Perfect Places," and I just will never forget. It's one of my favorite moments of my entire life, and I just share so much of that. I feel like I'm sorry. I feel like it's just me regurgitating how much I love your stuff.
Beautiful.
But it really I don't know when else I'm gonna be able to do this. So I just have to do it now.
I appreciate this so much. Truly, no, it's so beautiful.
This episode of Therapuss is brought to you by Booking.com. Once again, I am so grateful that Booking.com is the sponsor for this episode, because once again, we used it. We are going to Denver tomorrow. We have nowhere to stay. And Matt once again pulled up Booking.com, typed in what we needed, whether that be walking distance, whether that be a terrace, whether that be a tub. Shout out Meredith from Salt Lake City. Whether that be anything you could want, you can put in and it will show you options. And it really takes the stress away of everything. I used to get so stressed out when we wouldn't have rooms booked, because Matt does everything so last minute. And I'm just not the type of person to do that. But with Booking.com, it makes it so easy, because I know that we will always find something. You can also book vacation rentals. You can book car rentals. Anything you need to make the vacation as full and as complete as possible, Booking.com has. Obviously, also, we're booking for 6 different people on my crew. So it's so easy to find an accommodation that works for everybody, because booking for a lot of people can be really difficult, especially when you're just going through the hotel website or looking up individual hotels. So going on Booking.com and being able to kind of search everything all at once for what you need is just, it couldn't be more helpful for our tour. If I can find my perfect stay on Booking.com, anyone can. Find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Book today on the site or in the app.
What are you therapist about today?
What am I therapist about?
What are you angry about?
What am I angry about? I'm angry. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not supposed to have my period today. I have my period today because I'm taking spironolactone for my skin, and it's not really working. So I've gone up the dose, and going up the dose is fucking with now I have my period, and I'm I just feel women's health is not. I'm this is years behind where it should be. It drives me
100%.
fucking crazy. I'm I've had this whole journey of coming off my birth control, and just my hormones, everything's been so insane. I'm how is this all so kind of mysterious? So
Right.
that I'm let's get it together, modern medicine.
I know, and it'll probably take them forever to do it as well.
Yeah, whatever you do, you're killing it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for listening to your body, because
Right.
it's quite hard to do.
It's hard
I only started listening to my body 2 years ago. I was wow, she's telling me something. I can hear. If I just keep quiet, I can hear.
What do you mean, listen to your body? How did you learn how to? I feel I don't listen to my body, so I am curious
It's
how to
hard.
do it.
It's so hard, and I had no idea. I don't know. There's just all this information that if you just sit tight and listen, she's actually telling you a lot.
Right.
And I feel yeah, it can be quite. For me, it was very long and slow and gradual, and it would just be about listening over a month and being this month feels different to the last month, and here's maybe why. Like, you just kind of have to chill it out and find some stillness, which is so hard. Like, I, still really struggle, but I'm like, just listen.
Right.
She'll tell you.
I feel
This is the craziest thing, is like, I always say this to friends. This is my like new like advice thing. I'm like, they'll be like, what is it? Should I do this? Should I do this? I'm like, you actually already know the answer. Like, so just listen. It's in there. Like, everything about your life, you actually know what it's meant to be,
How do you distinguish, like, do you have like deal with like anxiety and stuff?
Not really. I mean, I like definitely at the moment like tweak out in the mornings.
Right.
I wake up and
Oh yeah, I used to have
like
that.
a bit of a tweak.
Yeah.
But I'm actually like not really.
Because sometimes for me it's like
It's existential for me.
Right. Like I have this like gut feeling, and I'm like, is that a gut feeling or is that anxiety?
Right.
Like I can't tell, but like hopefully like when I'm able to like help distinguish it. But have
Really
you ever
listen,
been like
yeah.
found yourself in a situation where you're like, I can't tell which one it is?
Totally. Yeah. No, I mean, I make mistakes all the time. I'm like,
Right.
I'm constantly like,
Yeah.
why didn't I? But it is usually that I didn't listen
Mm.
to myself, or that this is my other obsession, is not going too fast. Like, I think often we make a decision that doesn't totally represent us because we move too fast. You're kind of like making the decision from like not a grounded place or whatever. I think sometimes I'm like, slow it down, sis. Like,
Yeah.
just like walk a little bit slower and see how it feels.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. That can help.
I think I need to slow down.
Slow it down.
Yeah.
Listen.
Do you like your later 20s? Like, are you liking your later 20s more than your middle or earlier 20s?
I absolutely love it. I am completely obsessed. From when I turned 26, but really 27, I'm obsessed. It gets so much better. It's sick. Like, this is the best time of life. 25 is quite difficult for me. So
yeah, it's
I
hard.
hope it's being good to you, but 28, 29, like, I just can't wait. I feel like the next, like, 10 years, honestly, I'm just like, this is a prime of life for sure. It's so sick because you're finally, like, confident enough in yourself. You're like, I am hot. I see it now. I'm hot. Like, before that, every year was like, I would see a picture of me from a year ago and be like, oh, you were gorgeous.
Oh, is that not
You were
the
so
worst
beautiful.
feeling in the entire world?
And like, you were so interesting and you had cool stuff going on and you just got like lost in the like day to day. So I feel like I finally have like enough of a sense of myself. I don't know. Yeah. You just like tap into it and you're just hot. It's cool. Sex is good. You just kind of like, it all like clicks together.
I'm really excited for that. And I've like never been excited to like grow older, but like I'm really excited to do 27, 28.
You're going to be your hottest. Like,
I feel
we'll
it
do
too.
this again in 3 years and you're going to be like, oh my God, like I get it.
Because when you said that, I was like, I look at old photos of myself from high school and I was like, I thought I was the ugliest motherfucker in the room at the time. And it's like, I want to like hit myself. It's like, why did I think that?
Truly.
So it's like, I'm really trying to work on like, I really try to remind myself in the moment, like, especially when I go on dates and stuff, it's like, in 2 years, you're going to be like, you were hot. So just feel it now, as opposed to like, I was actually thinking about it literally this morning. And I was like, because I wasn't like a very sexual person for like my entire high school. And then I was like, and then I was like thinking about my freshman year of college and how it's like when you don't like view yourself as sexual or you don't even like view yourself as hot, like no one else around you is gonna, it's like such an energy thing.
Truly. I know. No, it has to come from you. And it's also this thing of like, I feel like I was so conditioned at school to be like, this is hot and everything else outside of that is not hot. You're like, no, actually just someone who is themselves is beautiful and hot. Like, it kind of is that simple, whether you have like fucked up skin or, whatever the thing is about you, like if you feel it, like you will just emanate hotness.
Right. It really is like an energy. I always say like when I hook up with someone, I always say like, which is few and far between, but I always say like, I haven't had sex in 2 years. I know.
Wow.
I know.
Wait, what? Tell me. Let's
Like,
talk about it.
I
Do you talk about this all the time?
no, so basically what happened was I lost my virginity when I'm really just going into
Go,
it, but
go.
like,
We can cut anything you're not comfortable with.
no, are you down for me to tell you this
Go,
story?
go, of course.
Okay,
You
so
kidding?
like I lost my virginity when I was 21,
Okay.
and like it was with a much older guy, and
Okay.
we like didn't use protection,
Oh, okay.
and then so like for the next 2 years after that, I had like this like crazy internal panic that I had like all these diseases,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I finally like got like tested for diseases, and they were like, yeah, you're good, like you're good, and then like I had sex one more time, and then I was like, no, and then I just haven't really had sex since that, so I think I've only had sex twice, and it's like, but I'm trying to like get myself back out there, and then it's like once I started doing this, I started feeling like I like to make everyone laugh, but then by like making a fool of myself, but then I have this like juxtaposition where I'm like, is everybody making fun of me? And then it's very hard to separate in the bedroom, and it's very hard to separate like romantically. So like I don't know if like I don't know. It's probably so different for you because you like write like music and stuff, but like for like when because people are laughing at like because I'm like my goal of the day is like to make somebody laugh. It's hard to separate like romantically. So I think that's maybe why I haven't had sex.
Wow. So it would be like it would make you feel like really closed up if that person laughed at you. Like you're scared they're gonna laugh at you, but you want them to laugh at you. No.
Like no, it's like a
You
lot
just
of my
have a
videos is
complicated-
like me moving my body, or it's like
Yeah.
me look like when I do my podcast on the road, like I make fun of old photos of myself that I look bad in. And
No, but like if like a potential like romantic interest, like you're scared of them laughing at you. Is that the feeling? Or
like
no?
scared of them laughing at like my body. Yeah.
At your body.
Yeah,
Oh
like-
my god, darling, you're
no.
so beautiful.
Oh.
No one like people won't laugh at you.
Oh, it's just hard to like tell yourself because like I
I
don't know.
You're so gorgeous and hot though. Like just objectively, like I'm like you're gorgeous, and you must have so many people hitting you up, right?
I have one right now.
You have one. Wait, are you kissing? Like, do you do a lot of
recently I
kissing?
am, so that's why I feel
Do
like
a lot of kissing.
I feel
because
like I feel
kissing
like
is
a
so-
tad lighter.
Yeah.
Do I? It's because I'm like
Okay.
maybe catching a dick here and there, but like
Okay, fabulous.
not like in the
no.
yeah, you know, but like
Yeah.
but like everything else, and like I'm trying to talk to people. I'm trying to get to know
That's
people.
all sex though. Like I think you should like take the juice out of like sex being one thing. Like
Right.
it's all sex, you know. Kissing can be sex if you want it to
Yeah.
be. Like kissing is like so intimate and fabulous, and like
I love kissing.
just kiss
yeah.
so much, and like eventually like you'll just get like hungry for like more. I just like need more. Like,
Right.
but just go so slow. Like don't rush yourself. Listen. Like
Mhm.
just be like, what do you need right now?
Right.
In there, you know.
Yeah.
Just like take your time.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I know.
it's gonna be great. Like I feel.
Well, I feel
feel it.
like this summer I have a good feeling about it. Hopefully, it is a Lorde summer.
It
It is a Lorde summer, and
Bucky.
I feel like last summer was brat summer. So last summer, like I was like partying and getting myself out there, and now it's Lorde summer where I'm gonna like party, but like really like feel into like my thoughts and emotions and myself and like yearn and like feel everything.
Yearn.
Yeah.
I love that my summer is one of yearning.
Yes, I
Feels
want it.
right.
I want to like jump down the streets of New York to Virgin and like.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's right. It's gonna happen.
What do you listen to? Like, what is the music you listen to, and what do you watch?
Oh, such a
I
good
am so
question.
curious.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, it's funny. Like I actually didn't listen to like a ton of music in the last year, and I listened to like stuff that I've listened to a lot, like just for sort of like comfort. I don't know, but what do I listen to? Someone was talking about this the other day. I always find it so hard to answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
The explosion.
No
so good.
worries. Yeah.
No worries. What do I listen to? You know who I love, actually, who I think is so cool? It's Tate McRae. I love her.
Yeah.
She's so cool. She's so good.
She's everything.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
I love her. I listened to her album recently. I was like, you're so awesome.
And she's such a performer too, and
insane.
like she's so captivating.
Can
and
she not be that good at dancing? Like it's quite rude. I find it quite rude. I'm like chill. Oh, it's so
Have you guys met?
No. I would actually be like, hi.
She would be the same. You'll love
so
her.
cool.
She's the kindest, sweetest. Like, she's the best person ever.
Wow.
And
sick.
she's a very, very big fan of yours.
Wow. What did I listen to? I'm just, it's been a weird moment for me with pop culture. Like, I'm like kind of bad at watching movies.
I'm horrible at watching movies.
I watch really random movies. Like, I'm kind of interested in The Accountant too. Like,
That is so random.
Like, I don't understand this about myself. I saw like Nosferatu, that was sick.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I saw Baby Girl, I don't know. I'm like, what is on?
Have you
TV, what's on?
like what do you like? I have like, what's your vibe of like a TV show? Because like I can like put you on in a certain direction if you're looking for it.
My vibe is like, see, I don't know. I'm watching The Rehearsal, the Nathan Fielder
I love Nathan Fielder.
show. I think he's really cool. I watched The White Lotus, like everyone. I didn't watch Severance, which maybe I would be into.
You would, but I have a show for you that I think you would love.
Talk to me.
You fine if it's foreign and like subtitled?
Imagine if I was like, no.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was like, it's
No, foreign.
German.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
sick.
called Dark.
Oh, okay.
And it's okay. So basically, all you need to know is that a boy goes missing in a small German town. It's a trilogy of seasons, so it's 3 seasons.
Okay.
It is the most beautifully shot,
Mm.
beautifully told story I've ever seen in my entire life. Like,
Wow.
I know you will love it.
Wow. Dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick.
It is It's about time
Wow.
and like love and
Mm.
like. I know I'm being very broad, but I just don't want to give too much away. It is really so amazing, and it feels like if I'm like really thinking of it, like I can see like your music like playing over it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, tight. I'm gonna watch that.
It's
I love
amazing.
that.
It's amazing.
What are you watching?
Right now, I'm rewatching Glee.
Oh my god, Glee! Glee was so cool.
Glee was the
Damn.
coolest.
Wow, what season are you watching?
I'm about to be done with season 1, so they're about to be at regionals. I'm so excited.
So sick.
And I'm really pumped. So I'm rewatching Glee. I just watched Overcompensating,
Oh my gosh, yeah, I need to watch it.
which it's amazing. It's
So
amazing.
cool.
They have a great scene where they I think it's team.
oh yeah, I
Yeah,
heard where he's like something about like he's like, yeah, Lord's hot. He's like pretending to be straight.
Yeah, he's like it's amazing. It's amazing. And then God, what else? What else am I watching? Yeah, I'm watching Glee. I'm watching what else am I watching, Louise? I just watched The Leftovers, which was beautiful.
I'm obsessed with The Leftovers. That's so sick.
You've seen The Leftovers?
It's unbelievable. One of my favorite shows. So sick.
Unbelievable.
And I feel like underrated.
Beyond underrated.
It's very cool. Very cool of you.
Thank you. What do you think
Watch
about
The
the
Leftovers.
ending when she's like, do you watch the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing.
Do you remember the end where she's like,
Yes. Fucked me up.
fucked me up? Like, unbelievable.
Special show.
It's really special.
Very cool.
Oh my God, I can't believe you've seen The Leftovers. That's awesome as fuck.
Very cool.
Do you want to get into the Tell Me What's Wrongs?
Yes. Let's
Okay,
do
so
it. Yes.
the Tell Me What's Wrongs are the
Yes.
pussies write in and they
Okay.
tell us what's wrong essentially, and we give them advice.
Okay.
And we like for example, and we prescribe them things. So like
Okay.
if someone was like, I keep wanting to go back to this guy, it was so bad, but
Mhm.
I can't, I'm having trouble remembering the bad. Oh my God, I prescribe Supercut.
Oh, okay. So we're prescribing.
Like media
song.
or
Media.
anything
Okay,
or any
okay,
a book, whatever.
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
I want to be a singer so badly, and I know that it's what I'm meant to do. I just can't seem to put myself out there as I have massive stage fright. All I want to do is share my music with the world, but I'm literally my own barrier. What do I do? Like, what was it like for you to first overcome that stage fright?
Oh my god. It was so hard. It's so I tried everything. I truly tried everything. Something that really helped me actually was someone said to me that being super anxious can sometimes be your body confusing excitement or aliveness for like danger because it's so activating. You're like, am I safe? And I think sometimes it's just about being like in pursuit of like my most exciting, beautiful life. I'm gonna like feel this like super
Right.
intense feeling,
Right.
you know, and just remind yourself like this feeling in my chest is actually, it's like aliveness and excitement. But it's easier said than done. I had to like really do some crazy therapy to stop having stage fright.
Were you scared to like put out your music when you were younger, or did you just like, or were you too young to even like kind of acknowledge the fact that like it was a scary thing to do?
No, I wasn't scared of putting stuff out, and I did love to perform. Like I did theatre as a kid and stuff. It just like the actual performance, I was like, I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, but what are we prescribing?
For the stage fright thing, I would prescribe
Beta blockers, literal prescription.
Yeah, no. I've never taken a beta blocker.
Oh,
Are they amazing?
I don't know. It wasn't strong enough for me. But
Okay.
I don't,
That's what I like
what
think
are you
it's gonna be for me as
prescribing?
well.
I would actually prescribe like some like fresh air. Like sometimes I think like just like take a sec. Fresh air brings everything down a little.
I kind of also prescribe like I know like okay, so I always describe like doing
culture.
something
I'm supposed to be
scary.
prescribing
No,
culture.
I'm about to do what you just did.
A cooking show.
You can prescribe anything. I'm gonna like prescribe jumping into cold water because because I always describe like doing something scary as like jumping into water and then like or like because then you're in the like and then at that point like you're wet and you're in the water.
Yeah, get the shock. Yeah.
So you just have to get the shock over with.
Yeah. Cold
So
shock.
like jump into the cold water
That's
and kind
nice.
of like try to imagine that as your music career.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Love.
I think my boyfriend is holding me back. We've been dating for 3 years and moved across the country together, and now have been living together for the past 7 months, but there is part of me that is yearning for more self-exploration without a partner. Help.
I prescribe breaking up.
Yeah.
I unfortunately prescribe breaking up.
Yeah.
You probably are being held back, and I do believe that there's no substitute for being alone. Like you just have to, if you feel like you need to take a second, find yourself, nothing else will do that except for being alone and really like just seeing how that feels. What would I prescribe? What's like inspo about like being single? Trying to think of a piece of culture.
Actually,
that's, like,
the movie Someone Great, which I always prescribe, but I really think it's a really good movie because she was being held back by her partner.
Okay.
And that's actually the movie where I really fell in love with Supercut.
Oh my god, so beautiful.
Have you seen
So
Someone
cool.
Great?
I actually haven't seen it, but I did hear that it was.
It's like in this,
touched and
yeah, it's
beautiful.
in this
Yeah.
really beautiful
So
montage of
sweet.
their
Yes,
relationship,
yeah.
and it's like awesome.
The Devil Wears Prada. I just remembered. She's like kind of held
Yeah,
back.
she's
by
being
the
held back.
boyfriend,
That's
which
my
is,
favorite
like,
movie of all time.
Same.
Is it really?
I've seen it. It's the movie I've seen the most.
Me
on
too!
time. I'm obsessed with The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh my god,
It's
me
an
too.
incredible movie.
What do you think about the
It's incredible.
ending?
What do you mean? Which
Like
part?
when
Like,
she
throws
leaves the
phone.
job, I'm always like,
You wanted to like.
I
keep
want her to
being
stay and like
fabulous.
be like Miranda.
I think it's right. I think it's right for her.
Okay.
I love her little outfit at the end when
Yeah.
she's like, "I'm not in fashion anymore."
Oh,
She's
yeah,
sort of in,
yeah,
like, like low key outfit, but still like you can tell she's
Still like fashion.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love that movie.
Devil Wears Prada actually is good because that boyfriend
Is
he's
the
so
worst.
hot, but he's holding her back.
He really is, and he gets mad at her for missing his birthday.
Yes.
Which is like
The
valid,
candle,
but like
the
she was
candle.
like, yes, like, iconic. Oh. I had a huge crush on a guy, and now he's dating my best friend. The worst part, I told her they'd be cute together. I've never experienced that before.
This is the kind of shit that I would do.
Yeah.
I would be like, you guys,
What is like the psychology behind that?
like trying to be such a cool, chill girl,
Mm-hmm.
that you like stab yourself in the back.
Right.
I mean, this is every rom-com of all
Yeah,
time.
it is. So I would prescribe a rom-com.
I want to prescribe something that's like, I think you just have to go in there and like really spill all and just like let it all hang and be like, I'm obsessed with you. Like,
Oh my god, I've
Blow it
never
all
done that
up?
before.
Blow it
Have you
all
ever
up?
done that before?
no, but I think just like blow it up, see what
Yeah.
happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
You could lose it all, but this is terrible advice.
No, it's good advice. It's advice that I've never done, and I probably should have. Like,
I'm
looking
just
back
like,
at
life
it.
is too short. Like,
Yeah.
you can't, what are you going to do? Not say how you feel. I'm
Right.
like, what's going to happen? I
Right.
don't know. I'm clearly in a real like fuck it mode.
No, wait, I'm obsessed, but that's because I feel like that's like the late 20s vibe. You know what I mean?
you're
It's like,
just-
whatever. Are you going through your Saturn return right now?
People say this. I think that I went through it prematurely.
Yeah.
Probably about to get fucked up by it, but no, I 25, 26 was very difficult for me in a way that felt like what my girlfriends would say to me about Saturn return. So time will tell, I guess. I feel like I've arrived somewhere and there's like a cool settled feeling to where I am. So we'll see.
Do you remember a moment where you like finally felt like, oh, like I'm out of that bad period?
Yes. I feel like it was sometime last year, right at the end of 2023. I was like, okay, I've got like one layer of skin. Like I've like just felt sealed over, like, but it was so fragile. And then I think 2024, it's sunk in a bit more and I felt like, okay, yeah, like it's coming together. I can like see who I'm meant to be and all these like, you know, big moves that are so like painful. They like what they were paying off, and I finally felt like I was like, okay, this is good things are happening, you know.
Did you feel, because I think I might have seen you say somewhere that like when you did the Girl So Confusing remix with Charlie, like that was like this like really cathartic release that kind of like led you into like finishing this album?
It was so cathartic and amazing. I'm just so grateful to her. Like what a cool, just everything about that was so cool. It was so vulnerable. Like I just have all the respect in the world for her having that vulnerability and like sending it my way, like because I was the perfect person to receive that, because I was like finally at a place in my life where I could be like, okay, like I've hurt someone and I need to explain myself and make it right with them, and through that like something could be really cool for other people to like witness as well. But like if that had hit me, you know, 6 months or a year before, I would have been so frozen by shame, and it's so like hard getting called out. you know? Like it's, you know, I just don't think that I would have been able to, I don't know, go there or something.
I think people were like so like people so admired how you received the feedback and like validated the feedback and then was like, but this is like why I was the way I was.
Yeah.
I think it like was like so healing for like everybody. It was like
it was healing for me. It was
yeah.
legitimately healing for me. I like, it's also just so like, it is so fucking hard being a girl. It's so, it is so confusing. And I had just like never had a version of that conversation before, and I'd always wanted to. And it was just amazing. I'm so grateful. Like, what a cool girl.
Yeah.
I like can't believe like that's our pop princess. Like it's just so perfect.
It is so fucking perfect.
It's amazing.
When you got, so how did it, when you got the song in a voice memo?
I got the voice note.
Yeah. And then you like, did you call her and be like, this is how I feel, or did you literally just send back the lyrics?
Yeah, no, I was like, hey sis, I'm just waking up in New York. I'm so sorry. Like, let me hit you back. Like, this is gonna be sweet. Like, let me just,
Yeah.
I was like, we sort of sent a couple voice notes. I was like, can you get me the stems? Like, kind of that day, I was like, I sort of had this feeling like it would just be easier if I just expressed it on the song, you know, and then it would come together. And that day started working on it. I think I recorded it the next day. And yeah, I was like, hey, I've recorded something. Do you want to hear it? Should we talk first, or should I just send you the lyrics? And she was like, send me the lyrics. I was like, okay. I just fired them over.
Wow.
That was that. Yeah. No, it was so beautiful. So amazing to get feedback. Like I honestly think it's one of the coolest, most loving things, like in a friendship or a relationship, where someone can be like, hey, like it's making me feel like this, you know. Doesn't have to be like an attack on you. It's just like, this is how it's making me feel. And you're like, oh my God, it's making me feel like that.
Right.
You know, it's so incredible that she was able to do that for me. And now we like ride.
Yeah.
It's real. Like we're like, it's for life. Like,
Do you guys talk all the time?
we don't like talk all the time, but there's just like a depth of like we have each other's back for life. Like
yeah.
it's one of those.
That's beautiful.
So cool.
Do you have a favorite lyric in that verse?
In my verse,
Yeah.
I love "You Walk Like a Bitch." Just
Me
because, like, someone
too.
had said that to me when I was like 11, or 10, like, and it was just sometimes you just hold something your whole life, and you're like, I can like let it fly free in a song, and all these other people are gonna scream it, and like it'll be so cathartic and amazing. Yeah, maybe that, and I am quite proud of that. It's just self-defense until you're building a weapon.
Yeah, that's a dope
Exactly.
lyric. Like that's like a bar. I heard that, I was like, like, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah.
I liked a meme that I saw of it. It was like the Oppenheimer guy, but sort of like with like a crazy filter on. He had
Uh-huh.
crazy lips and like eyelashes and so.
Yeah.
I've got to show you for it to work.
Yeah, I do need to see this.
Wait, what?
I was like, is the bomb going off? Like,
yeah.
were you nervous to put that out though?
Was I nervous? No, I think it was cool. I was psyched because like at that point, like, yeah, Charlie had like, we'd like totally like talked about everything, and it was all good and it felt cool. I was like, this is awesome. And it was such a sick, like just a dream to get like invited into Brat. Like it was just the moment, and yeah, to be like my name was called.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was amazing.
What was your Brat summer like?
Well, I was in London quite a lot, and then I was in New York, and then here, just in the studio. I had really bad acne, so that was a bummer. I was like kissing a lot and like, eating a lot of fruit and just like listening to my demos and stressing out about the album. That was my Brat summer. And like hanging with Charlie and stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah. What was yours?
My Brat summer, I was partying a lot.
Okay,
Like,
fab.
I was traveling, I was
Uh-huh.
partying. I was just like I felt like very free to like experiment. It was like my summer of yes. It was like my summer of like, oh, I'm going to say yes to this. I'm going to say yes to this.
So cool.
And then what I was saying was like, I want to take that from that summer and bring it to this summer. That's what I want to do.
The album will help you.
I'm so excited. Oh my God. It's like, I love feeling like I can't fucking wait. And like, I literally can't fucking wait. Like,
You're so cute.
I like don't know what to do about it. I was like, but it comes out. It's so like kismet and perfect. It comes out on like I'm doing Radio City for
Oh
this.
my
I know.
God, that's insane.
On the day this
How?
album comes out.
Oh my God.
And so I'm gonna
that's
listen
so
to it like all
cool.
day. I already know I'm gonna wake the fuck up just blasting
Oh my
it.
God, that's so amazing.
It's perfect. It couldn't be more perfect. Like I'm gonna.
Radio City, Jake, that's insane.
I know. I'm really excited.
That's a moment.
I know.
How is the tour?
It's great. It's hard when I don't feel like I did a good job.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't. I mean, like,
worst.
it's just like. And like sometimes like if I can't fill a room completely, like I'll look at an empty seat, or like if I see somebody leave a little early, I'm like totally I get
God.
it. Like you have to leave. Like I've left early before too, but it just like it's moments like that where it's like it feels like a shot. Like it's like, oh my God, and because you're essentially like dancing on stage for everybody to
yeah.
like look at and laugh or like enjoy and feel, and then like if you feel in that moment that you're not entertaining someone, it's like so it's like I have like the highest highs. And then I have like
Yes.
really low lows. How's touring for you? Do you like touring?
I love touring, yeah. And it was like a journey getting there. But wait, I'm still thinking about your
Oh, okay.
because I see the parallel
Yeah.
between your like the like intimacy and
Oh, you do?
entertaining people and feeling this like pressure to entertain, and then feeling like it's so vulnerable when someone maybe doesn't receive
Yes,
that or
yeah.
something. Like there's some similarity here. But I also think like, because have you toured much before?
This is my second tour.
Second tour,
So I
okay.
toured for the first time this past fall.
Okay.
And now I'm doing the second tour, and I'm a lot better at it than I was the first round. I'm a lot more
Right.
comfortable sharing parts of my life. I'm a lot more comfortable talking to the audience. I'm
Right.
a lot more comfortable on stage.
Right.
I'm not scared anymore.
Uh-huh.
But I do have those moments when I see an empty seat, I always think like, oh my God, does everybody else around that seat think about how that seat is empty? Have you ever had that before?
For Melodrama, I booked an arena tour, and like a lot of those shows were like half full.
Really?
And we had made this like beautiful production, and just like there were some nights where I was like, this is awkward. Like, and people were kind of like writing about it at the time. It was so vulnerable for me. And I didn't book. This is my first arena shows since then, because I had like such damage from like that feeling that you're talking about. People don't think about the fact that the person on stage whose name is on the banner is looking at every single, like you say, someone walking out, someone, some seat not being full. It's so vulnerable. I completely understand.
It's just like, and Melodrama was such like a vulnerable album.
So, you know, like
you're like literally like laying
spilling
everything
it, and
there.
then I look over, and there's just like these massive drapes like covering the like empty.
You know, the worst is when I'll ask like, wait, so how many did we sell? And they'll tell me, and they'll be like, and I'll be like, okay, but what's the cap? And they'll be like, well, we scaled it, so like, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I'll look up, and it's like they blacked out the seats.
The little drape.
And
but
I'm
you
like,
just have to just be like, oh my god, it's insane how many people are here.
Yes,
it's incredible. Yeah. It's so amazing. But people are paying money to come.
It's a weird feeling.
So amazing. It's incredible, and they love it, and they're not gonna. They don't ever think you did a bad job. Like, it's just amazing. They love it. You know, you couldn't do a bad job. Like,
I really want
you just have to.
I really want you to see one of my shows if you're ever around.
I want to come.
I know.
I'm cute.
I know.
I love to laugh.
It'll be fun. I think you will laugh. I talk like a lot about like my childhood, and like it's funny. It's funny. What are you most excited about for your tour?
I'm so excited for my tour. I'm still in complete fucking disbelief that it's sold out. Like I can't believe. I feel so grateful. Like, I've just cried. Yesterday I was crying. So moved. I'm psyched. I actually love building a show. It's like, one of my favorite things about my music is translating it live. This music is really physical, and I think it's just gonna be its full self. How fun. We tour.
Yeah.
We tour.
It's amazing.
Like, that's incredible.
It's pretty
You're
amazing.
like, I'm on tour. I can't. I'm going on tour.
Do you bus it? Do you take the bus around?
I bus, yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
I love
the bus.
It's so cute.
I love
Do you
the
have your
bus.
own sheets? On the bus?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Do you use the shower?
I used it once, and I used it once in the shower, like spurted in my face, like across everything in my room, and I was like, I can't do that again. I use the showers at the venues all the time.
Nice, yeah. It's kind of crazy to shower on the bus, but I do.
Do you really?
I shower, and I'll shower on the moving bus.
What?
Just like holding on. Yeah. No. I will fully shower.
Do you feel like you get
driving down the highway?
Good sleeps on the bus?
I do, but I think tour is like. Just like, how good is your sleep gonna be? Like,
That's what I said.
Up,
yeah, you're also like so. After you like leave, and if it's a good show, you're like so like on awake. And
no,
then
totally.
You have to like.
How do you like bring it down?
I take like Advil PM.
Oh.
Yeah, like I literally take like Advil PM or Benadryl or like a gabapentin, and like I'll like fall asleep.
No, yeah.
It's the only way to go.
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
hard.
For me.
No, totally. I feel that.
Yeah. How do you calm down after?
I smoke weed.
Yeah. Did you ever go through a period with smoking weed where you didn't smoke for a while?
So, okay, the thing about me is that like right now, I probably last smoked like 3 weeks ago. And before that, probably 2 or 3 weeks before that. Like I actually I would never smoke more than like twice a week. Like if I smoked 3 times in a week, I'd be like, whoa, girl, you need to chill.
Mm-hmm.
I find weed to be like incredibly like inspiring, kind of like world opening thing. Like I'm never smoking weed and just sitting at home. I'm going out for like a 2-hour walk. I'm like in the sun. Like I don't even smoke weed on like a rainy or cloudy day. Like it's like a very like, I'm like the sun shining, like let's go. So I'm like lucky. Like it's never gotten to a place where I felt like, I think people probably think I smoke way more weed than I do, but I like really like, and especially like in a moment like right now, I have to be careful. I'm like, I spoke the other day and I was like, sis, the portal is open. Do not put that away. The next day I felt so bad.
Yeah.
And we were actually editing what was that video? And yeah, it was just like, Terry, this is a disaster. We've made a huge mistake. Like,
How's
we had this,
working
like,
with
bad
Terry?
day. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so fun to make that video together and just like shoot it on his phone.
That's
Like,
crazy that you
it's
shot
the
the whole
dream.
thing on,
On a phone.
and
Yeah.
you shot it that day in the Washington Square
Mhm,
Park thing, right?
mhm. And we went to the edit that night, and we were at the edit till 3, and then we put it out the next day. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think. I'm like so.
Yeah,
I
what
feel,
else have you got for me?
I know. I feel like I just, because I knew this was going to happen to me, where it's like, I feel like I've known you my whole life, and then I have all these things I want to say, and then you're right here, and now it's like,
You're killing it. This is perfect.
really?
Yes.
Are
of
you guys having
course.
fun? Okay, cool. Because I'm gonna freak out about this for the next 2 weeks. So, like, respectfully, I'm gonna be like, was this fine? Like, I'm honestly curious. Do you ever go back and like listen to your old work and think like, I wish I could tell this version of me like this? Like, if you ever like listen to Pure Heroine and you're like, I wish at the time, the Lord then knew this that I know now.
Wow. I don't really listen to my own music. But on tour, when you are listening to it, you know, every night, I feel like I'm like, wow, you were really going through this thing, you know. But I feel like every album is just sort of that. Like, I'm just trying to talk to a version of myself who is vulnerable in that moment and like needs to hear from herself.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it is so funny having this like record of like all of your vulnerabilities and like, you know, like certain songs come from a place of like Liability was so, it was like, I was like triggered basically. Like I
Yeah.
was just like, oh my God, like, and like being hit in that place like made me write that song. And I look back on that now and I'm like, you know, it's like a foundational feeling for me, being like, okay, this is the bit of myself that I'm going to reveal that's going to be too much. Like that feeling just keeps, you never like lose that fear.
Right.
But you try and make something that is like a balm or, you know, that makes you feel like, no, it's okay to be myself to the fullest, you know, the public journal.
Yeah, it really is a public journal. Do you have like a favorite memory over these past however many years, like in the studio when you like create, like, because it reminded me when I watched that video of you getting the drums right for what was that? I was like, do you have any other moments like that where you remember feeling like this like explosion of like we did it, we just did that?
We did it. I had that actually when we wrote Team. I was like, mwah! I was like, so happy. Because it is so like, it is just the amazing thing about pop music is it's just so, you just like get the catharsis in this crazy way. Like I heard that chorus and I was like, this works on me. This is doing something so
Right.
amazing. And I don't know, I was proud.
Well, Lord, well, do I call you Ella?
Ella, yeah.
Ella? Okay. Because I was meaning to ask that the entire time, and now I'm just, Ella, thank you so much for being here and doing this with me. I cannot tell
Thank
you
you.
how grateful I am. Before I let you go, what did we learn today?
We learnt to celebrate ourselves. We learnt to, I don't know, enjoy the little things. We learnt that it's cool to be vulnerable and that's where the magic is. And yeah, I really want you to do a lot of kissing. That's what I want.
I think I'm.
That's what I'm taking away from this. I'm going to be checking in. Like,
If I can get your number
I'm
after
kissing
this,
enough, yeah.
I'm gonna text you every time I hook up with someone.
Great.
Yeah, so just be like, hey, just letting you know. Any excuse to text you. I think I learned God, no, I just had it and now I just blanked because I think I got excited to get your number. But I think I learned to listen to your body. That's what I learned. I learned that it's important to listen to your body. Well, Ella, thank you for coming on Therapuss. I adore you. I'm such a huge fan, and this is like the coolest thing that ever happened to me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Do you want to give a little bye, pussies?
Bye, pussies.
Yeah.